But first, the perfect movie for a date night is out now in theaters. Drop is the name of it. It is a playful yet intense thriller about a first date that goes, well, all sorts of wrong, and it's not in the usual ways that you think of, Elaine.
Wrong is the word, because the main character, Violet, goes on a first date with Henry when an unknown source starts contacting her with threats about killing her son if she doesn't kill her date.
Oh my gosh, it is definitely a different storyline that is chilling and thrilling. You'll have to check it out in theaters to see what happens. But for us, we would now like to learn how to not have that happen, how to have actual great first date. And here to help us do that, we have Michelle Jacoby, who is the owner of DC Matchmaking. Thank you for being here.
I'm excited to be here. Thanks.
Yes. Help us avoid all the B-roll.
We don't want that to happen.
That's quite the date experience.
Yeah. Have you seen the movie yet?
Not
Or you're
yet.
Okay.
But
It's
I want
in theaters
to.
now. Yes. And you'll have a unique perspective on it. If we want to avoid that, what are some good places that we can go for a positive first date? Where would you recommend?
Well, first of all, always in a public place because you're meeting a stranger.
Smart.
Usually,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
You know, we like dinner dates. We send our clients on dinner dates. A lot of people like to meet for drinks. I'm not a fan of the coffee date. The coffee date is a little platonic and too short to really relax and get to know someone. But I'm a big fan of the activity date. I mean, it's springtime in DC. There's so many beautiful things to do. So a picnic, or you know, if it's raining, a gallery or an art. You know, art. There's so many wonderful things to do. Pickleball. You know,
Yeah,
anything.
that's a great idea.
Okay,
And I guess the activity would dictate your outfit, but generally, you know, what should someone wear? Maybe they haven't been on a date for a while. They're going on a date.
Oh, you
Yeah.
know, one of the things that I see in DC is a lot of people date as if they're going, I mean, they dress as if they're going to work. And I think you should dress for a date. So for women, I'm like, you know, go with color, go with something fun and flirty. I don't want you to feel like you're going into a boardroom. I want you to feel like you're going on a date. And for men, just iron your shirt, put on something nice, put some time and energy
some
into your
effort.
appearance. You don't realize how much time that your date is putting into hers. So, yeah, we notice, ladies notice.
They do. Pull
Yes,
out the
we do.
iron.
Yes.
Anything to help calm some of those first date jitters. I hated first dates, hated them. How
Yeah.
do you prepare yourself to go in as the confident self that you want to be?
Well, first of all, know that your date is probably a little nervous too, right? And maybe do a little grounding meditation beforehand. But I think one of the most wonderful ways to be comfortable at the beginning of a date is to start with a big hug. You know, say, can I give you a hug? And just say something positive like, I've really been looking forward to meeting you, because then it sort of sets the tone. And if you're nervous, it's okay to tell your date that you're nervous. Authenticity takes courage, and it's very appealing. So, you know, just know that you're both probably nervous and you'll get through it.
Yeah, just say it and get it over with.
Yeah.
I'm a little
You
nervous.
didn't say glass of wine before you leave the house.
That might
never
work
hurts.
too.
Oh, okay.
That doesn't hurt either. Now, what about topics? Again, sometimes you're just nervous, and then you're sitting there and you're like, what should we talk about?
Yeah.
I know.
What do you suggest?
Especially in DC.
I know. Well, I can tell you what not to talk about first.
Okay.
Please do not talk about your ex. Don't ask the person, so what are you looking for? Or tell me your story. That's so much pressure. I think the object, the desire is just to be in the moment and have fun. And people think they have to figure everything out. So don't talk about how many dates you've been on and how hard dating is. Probably stay off of politics. If you're both aligned, maybe talk about it for a moment and then move on. Don't talk about work. In DC, people talk about work way too much. That is not hot, and it doesn't really create that romantic spark.
Okay, what's left?
Okay, so what do you talk about? I like that. So talk about what makes you happy, what you're passionate about, what you enjoy, and just really learn about that other person. I always say that everyone has a gooey center. How do you get to it? It's by showing genuine curiosity about who you're with. Just keep it positive. Don't say anything negative, because sadly, people are looking for what's wrong. It's something that we do sort of subconsciously on the first couple of dates, so don't give anybody material. Just stay positive and talk about the things that make you happy and what you're excited about.
Okay.
That's a really good point. Makes
Yeah.
you just a more attractive individual.
Yeah.
Just being positive.
And smile.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're
We're going to
so
have a good
welcome.
first date, or you will all have a good first date. Thank you for being here. Remember, you can see Drop. It's in theaters now, and you can head to dcmatchmaking.com for your next great first date.